They covered their faces and showed the world only their eyes. The storm promised across the strait had a name now, Almoravids, the Almoravids. Their story begins in the deep Sahara, among the Sanhaja, veiled nomad herders who ruled the harshest desert on earth. They guarded the roads where Africa's two treasures crossed, salt moving south to the lands of gold, and gold moving north to the world. Around 1040, a preacher came among them, Abdullah ibn Yasin, a scholar of iron conviction, and a creed as hard as the desert itself. He forged the tribes into a brotherhood of absolute discipline. History remembers them by the name of their fortress of faith, the people of the Ribat. Ibn Yasin fell in battle in 1059, far to the north. But the movement he built had already outgrown any one man. With faith as armor and the desert as home, they swept north and seized the caravan cities one by one. Two leaders carried them to greatness, Abu Bakr ibn Umar, lord of the desert, and his cousin Yusuf ibn Tashfin, ruthless in war, humble in dress, patient as sand. Around 1070, on an empty plain below the snows of the Atlas, they planted a camp of tents near Agmaut. It became a city, Marrakesh. From this red city, Yusuf ruled an empire from the Senegal River to the Mediterranean shore. Then, from across the sea, came a desperate cry for help. In 1085, mighty Toledo had fallen to Alfonso VI of Castile. The divided princes of al-Andalus were being devoured one by one. The silk-robed kings swallowed their pride and begged the desert emir to cross the sea and save them. Yusuf ibn Tashfin was past 70. He crossed anyway. On the 23rd of October, 1086, at Salaka his veiled rank stood silent before the iron host of Castile. Then came a sound Iberia had never heard, the thunder of the great Almoravid war drums, rolling fear across the field. By nightfall, Alfonso's army was shattered. Al-Andalus was saved, and Europe had learned a new name to fear. But Yusuf looked at the princes he had rescued and saw only silk and weakness. Within years, he returned, and took their kingdoms for himself. For half a century, one veiled empire ruled unbroken from the river Senegal to the Ebro. Yet high in the Atlas, another preacher was already thundering that the veiled ones had grown corrupt, and gathering an army of his own. His followers would call themselves al-Muwahidun, the Almohads. And they would burn this empire to build a greater one upon its ashes. That story is next.